I got my first job in Northern Ireland, and I remember this very clearly. You won't believe it, on the 26th of October 2001, as a residential social worker in then it was called North and West Trust. Now it's called Belfast Trust. That shows you how old I am. Then I took up a regional HIV social work team, and that was a team that worked with the people who were infected or affected by the HIV. And that was interesting because the HIV scourge had affected my own population back in Kenya. It helped me to also build knowledge and understand about this blood-borne disease and what support as a social worker I can put in place and work together with other multidisciplinary teams in terms of supporting individuals who were infected by the disease or their family or their loved ones. And I enjoyed doing that job and worked very closely with other organizations in other parts of UK. And that really helped in terms of building a model that provided a framework of how we can support service users. And then from there, I also had an opportunity to work with the family intervention team up in Shanko. And that was great in terms of child protection. And again, it really gave me that insight of understanding the processes. When I took up my first job, which really gave me an opportunity to continue that rich and beloved social work career that I really love, and I still love it, I realized very quickly I also needed to develop my own knowledge base. So it was very important for me, as someone who had not qualified in this country, to have an insight into the systems, the policies and procedures, what was expected of me, so that I can ensure that I provide a safe and good practice. And I was so lucky to have training team that was focused on supporting social workers so that they can even be better. Don't forget, I was coming from a background where you had to pay for everything. And I could not believe that there was actually a team in the organization that I was working for, organization that had employed me, that they had a team that was there to support social workers. That was very reassuring for someone who had come from a developing country, done their qualification outside the UK. And that was very supportive in terms of understanding the systems, understanding. Obviously, social work is the same all over the world. You know, it's underpinned by the same values. But having that level of support was fantastic. And after that, then I was able to do my post-qualification, and I did my master's in social work in Queens here. And again, that was another stage of my social work qualification in terms of building my own confidence, ensuring that my practice is safe and is underpinned by the research that was going on. So I had the opportunity to read widely as well, meet like-minded professions who were focused in promoting social work. In 2008, I again registered to do a specialist award program, which is called Practice Teaching Program. And I was awarded that very quickly. And that was significant for me in terms of promoting excellence in social work practice. And then shortly after that, I was able to also do the Childcare Award in Queen's University before I went on to do masters in that, again, in the same university. I think it's important for anyone who wants to go into the profession, for them to improve and get better. And I think because social work is a changing profession, things, you know, every now and again, things are changing. You are entering into people's lives. You want to work with those people so that they can be better tomorrow. I think it's good to have that knowledge base with you, and you build that practice wisdom, you know, the experiences that you have brought all along, to be able to be better at every time because of the changing things. And we see that in the modern world. As a social worker, you really need to be aware of the digital world. You can see after what we have had experience of the COVID-19, where social workers were, although they were working from home, the digital world was very significant in terms of keeping them in touch with the service users, keeping them in touch with the people, with their own professions, with their own colleagues, with the families, with individuals. And that is something that in the modern world that a social worker really needs to be aware of, needs to be competent in use of it in terms of progressing their career. It's absolutely significant in terms even when you have got that social work degree, that you don't just sit and feel, I've got my qualification, this is enough. Because you want to be better tomorrow and the day after that. And you want to constantly be aware about what is happening, because don't forget, as a social worker, you can work on a macro level and a micro level or even on a large scale. For you to get there, you really do need that knowledge base, whether it's being aware of the current research around the different issues that you could be dealing with, because a social worker could be dealing with social issues, economical issues, sometimes even political issues, because as a social worker, you're looking at what are the systems we have in place today that are probably disadvantaging a certain part of the community, and that you can be able to challenge that to ensure there's equality in the society. So you really need to have that rounded knowledge base of what happened in the past, what's happening now, and where you're going in terms of looking at what is available, not available, and being creative and curious in your profession. You do need that. I passionately love the profession. It's a profession that is rich in so many levels. But why I love the profession, and actually I go back on my daily basis. When I wake up, I'm having my breakfast, and I'm just reflecting on my profession. And that's reflecting in the morning is absolutely significant. What you dealt with yesterday, where you are, and where you want to go. Work-life balance, because you really need, social work, you can work very long hours. And you want to give more than 100% in what you do. So it's important for me to be aware, yes, I love the job, I passionately want to do what I want to do, and I want to improve whether it's the life of the people I'm working with, whether it's a social worker that I'm managing, or whether it's a service user that I'm involved with, that I can see they make that second step, a positive change in their life. That is important for me also to kind of have that work-life balance and leave work at work, but at the same time, when I go home, have a life. And I think that has been important in terms of the passion I have about the job today, and that is the challenge, because you feel, have I done my best? And every day I wake up and I just have a few minutes reflection time to reflect on what I'm doing well and what I need to do better, wanting people to be better tomorrow. And I think that it drives me on a daily basis. And you need to keep upskilling all the time, because those social issues, whether those economical issues or political issues that you're dealing with, they keep changing all the time. So you do need to have a very well-rounded skill set to be able to deal with those issues. And also to be aware you don't work in silo. You do want to realize the significance of working in partnership, whether it's with your colleagues, whether it's with the society, the community you work with. That is crucial. That's why every day I wake up and I'm very passionate about it. And I think all that really helps me to have this buzz and energy I have on a daily basis about my career.